If you want to know how to make your track stupid loud with stock Ableton plugins, keep watching.
This is a quick Ableton tip.
Hello, my name is Jordan Postorino, and welcome to another installment of Quick Ableton Tips. Today what we're going to be talking about is mastering, or how to get an unconscionably loud master with stock Ableton plugins. Now, what I've got here is a little track going, sounds like this. Very aggressive and crunchy. And on the master track, I've got a very simple 3-plugin master chain. Those plugins are Pro Q3. I've just got a high pass at 20 Hertz. Ven Audio Free Clip. I know this isn't a paid plugin. There is a paid version of the plugin, but I am currently just using the free version because it's also really awesome. And all I'm doing here is I've got a ceiling at around -8 dB. And the last plugin in the chain is Pro L2. And all I'm doing is pushing up a bunch of level there. So how can we recreate this chain in Ableton using stock plugins? Well, I've got exactly the same style of EQ, which is just an EQ8 with a high pass at 20 Hertz. So exactly the same thing we had in Pro Q3. I've got a glue compressor with the soft clip function turned on, and the makeup gain up around 10 dB or so. And lastly, I've got Ableton's stock limiter with a ceiling of -0.1. I've also matched the parameters that I could in Ableton's stock limiter. So I've got a release of 22 milliseconds, which is the same as what it was in Pro L2. And I'm also just pushing the level up a half dB because the ceiling on the glue compressor is -0.5. And that's about it. So here's my stock Ableton master. Sounds pretty good, very loud. Let's check the third-party plugin master again. This is unmastered. And that's Ableton stock plugins. I don't know about you, but to me that sounds really close, and there are actually some qualities about the Ableton master that I like better than the paid for third-party plugin master. Another thing too, I realized that with these fabfilter plugins, you do get pretty accurate RMS readings with their metering. With Ableton, the metering can be kind of funky sometimes. So in addition to seeing over here what kind of RMS values we're getting, I've also got Ozone loaded up, and I don't have any modules instantiated. It's just really to see the RMS values through their metering. And so if I play the Ableton stock master again, you'll see kind of how loud things are in a real sense. So yeah, I was wrong. We're not actually matching RMS levels. We've exceeded them with the Ableton stock master, and we're getting around -2 RMS on these Ozone meters. And in fact, if I push it up, we could probably get to 0 without there being too many adverse effects. Let's see what happens. You heard it here first, folks. You can get up to 0 RMS with Ableton stock plugins. So I know for a lot of people, using third-party plugins can be a bit of a drag sometimes because they cost money. And for producers starting out, for people working with Ableton, creatives working with Ableton that want to be able to send their music at competitive volumes, sometimes you get tricked into buying plugins that maybe you don't actually need. That is not to knock FabFilter or any other plugin developers out there. The products that they make are invaluable, and I use them every single day. But if you're getting hung up on trying to compete with, say, the loudness of someone else's track, and you feel like you don't have the tools to be able to do that, in Ableton, you can get really close, if not louder, than a lot of third-party competitors that offer plugins that you would have to pay for. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please consider liking, subscribing, and clicking the notification bell so you can be notified when more videos like this come out. Also, leave a comment and say hi. I would love to get to know the people watching these videos. Anyway, my name is Jordan. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.